No, Sal. Baldy is not a bottled again. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Is Football. Welcome to a transfer show that was supposed to happen yesterday, probably even the day before. But unfortunately, due to circumstances out of my control, I just couldn't do it. I really just couldn't do it. But we're here. And today, there's no bottling it, there's none of that. Today, I just want to talk to you guys about McAllister, about Liverpool transfers, and then I'm going to drop the link. But today, we're going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to say this now, I'm going to say this again when I drop the link. I'm just going to give each one of you guys kind of separately 2-3 minutes just to kind of tell me his thoughts on McAllister, tell me the thoughts on the transfer, and then we just move on to the guy after and the guy after and the guy after, and kind of just hear everyone's opinions out. So, everyone watching us right now, please don't forget to slap the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who supported us on that shaving stream. We broke records, obviously. You haters. You haters. Where's the 1,000 people now, huh? Where's the 1,000 people now? 1,000 people will tune in to watch me shave. Public embarrassment, public humiliation. Huh? Bozos. Big up to Klopp, big up to Ravi, big up to Motian, Danny, Yemeni, Georgie, big up to Captain Sal, big up to John Kelly, Cool Dude, Barry, man like Ilya, Ibrahim, Brian, big up to Ali Lee Govender, Faisal, big up to Brian, Yuvraj, big up to Kay, big up to Bruno, big up to Brazy. Ambience, where the hell have you been, my bro? Big up to you, big up to William Wallace, big up to Blue American, Mo, big up, welcome back, big up to Dermot, big up to Liverpool fan for life, big up to Muhammad, big up to Brazy, Gumpai, big up to you guys, man, big up to Selection, big up to Gagendeep, big up to Tabs, big up to Miguel, big up to you guys. So before we get started, make sure you guys are slapping that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. And as you guys know, in typical call-in show fashion, today, listen, I don't plan on doing a long-ass call-in show that's going to last 3 hours because it's literally like 2 a.m. over here. And I just came home because I was outside. So today we don't plan to make it as long as usual. So today we're just going to have a conversation, regarding McAllister, kind of allow people to just express their thoughts, opinions, and then we will just dip before, inshallah, tomorrow Forza Inter delivers. So, as you guys can see in the title, not clickbait, nothing wild. As you guys can see in the back, McAllister is officially a Liverpool player. You know, we spoke about this all the way back from March 30th. People who have been on this channel, people who have subscribed to this channel have known about McAllister for the longest. They've known that we want to sign him for the longest. They've heard about him for the longest. So this is why you need to hit that subscribe button. This is why you need to like. And here's the thing. By the way, we get to 150 likes, I'll take my hat off. Simple as. 150 likes, the hat goes off. I don't make the rules. Simple as. And you know, just touching on Will is like bald with a cap. George Matkay's twin now, Hussam. Hey, I wish I was making some transfer decisions. Last summer, I would have slapped Klopp in the face. But big up to you, Will, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, my brother. I appreciate you. Here's the thing. Exactly. 150 likes, the cap comes off. It's up to you whether you see me bald or not. Here's the thing now. When it comes to Alexis McAllister, first of all, I'm very happy with the transfer. I'm going to speak about it individually. I'm going to speak about the collective. I'm going to speak about the idea of that transfer, regarding this summer and all of that. Here's the thing. First of all, welcome to Alexis McAllister. I hope he absolutely smashes it at Liverpool Football Club. I hope Alexis McAllister is on fire for Liverpool Football Club because that's exactly what I want. I want every single football player, despite efforts of many people to claim I'm a fake fan, I would happily cheer on a Henderson goal, a Gomez goal. Players maybe I don't even like that much. The truth is with Alexis, here's I'm just gonna give my 2 pence and then speak overall on the transfers. Here's the thing with Alexis. First of all, at this price tag, it's a steal. And I remember, and the real ones know, I know Ali is about to vouch. I know Pablo is about to vouch. I know Kay is about to vouch. All the people have been watching us for a long time. I'm talking about the people who are always here. They will vouch that I have consistently said the price tag ain't going to be 70 million. I told you guys it's going to be cheaper. So obviously for that price tag, it's a steal. Now, what I'll tell you is 7 years ago, we signed Oxlade-Chamberlain for 35 million. 7 years ago, we signed Ox for thank you, Ali. See, vouch right here for 35 million. We signed Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain for 35 million. We've just signed Alexis McAllister for 35. And you kind of look at Alexis McAllister, and of course it's a positive signing. Of course it's a great signing. Of course it's a signing for our future. But what I will say is as follows. First of all, it's unbelievable to actually have a midfielder who can actually play football at this football club. Let's all just cut through all the layers of BS. I'm not even going to cuss any midfielder out. I'm just going to speak the God honest truth. Curtis Jones had a phenomenal run towards the end of last season, but he lacks consistency. That's just the truth. Can we rely on him on 38 Premier League games? We can't. Harvey Elliott, up and down performances, isn't really a midfielder. I think probably will play more like right wing cover next season. Jordan Henderson, with all due respect, simply can no longer be a starter in a team that wants to win the Premier League. Just doesn't have the ability, doesn't even have the athleticism. You look at Fabinho, up and down season, more downs than ups, had a few good games towards the end. Many people want to move on from him, which I understand and I hear. I'm not the type to cancel people over opinions. I understand. I hear why. You might want to move on from Fabinho. But he's had a couple of good performances towards the end. With Thiago Alcantara, he's here part-time. Let's be real. When employees are talking about about the people that they employ, they're not really mentioning the part-time guys. The problem with Thiago Alcantara, as we know, has never been his quality. We have had zero issues with Thiago's quality. It's always been a matter of availability, which also is an ability that needs to exist. Ox, Milner, Keita are all gone. Bajcetic is a youngster, and Liverpool Football Club is the reason why Bajcetic is injured. People need to deep this. We threw a 19-year-old into the deep end. Champions League, Premier League, Champions League, Premier League, Premier League, Premier League, Champions League. He got injured because he's a youngster. So I'm not trying to run Bajcetic into the ground because I really like him and I believe he's a talent. So you're looking at it. Every single midfielder currently at Liverpool Football Club has a what if at the end of the sentence. So now we've actually added the midfielder, and I've always maintained 3 things are the biggest positives about Alexis McAllister. Number 1, World Cup winner without sticking out. Meaning, when he went and he played for Argentina, it's not like you watched him and you're like, he doesn't belong next to Di Maria. He doesn't belong next to Messi. He doesn't belong. No, he belonged. And for people who watch the World Cup, as we did on this channel, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. In that first game against Saudi Arabia, after they lost, they took out Paredes, put in McAllister next to Enzo, and suddenly they looked like a different team. And they went on that winning run, and Alexis McAllister looked like he belonged in that team. Like it's not like he won the World Cup by just being there. It's not like he was Argentina's second goalkeeper, never played. No, he was there. And he made himself available in midfield. He picked up pockets of space. He had unbelievable work rate. So it's not like he didn't belong to be there. He belonged to be there. And the fact of he experienced what it's like to win a World Cup, for me, I think is going to add valuable experience to us. Now, speaking of experience, Premier League proven. Now, sometimes this point gets overstated. I'll hold my hands up. This point gets overstated. And this is what I'll say, right? Sometimes people overdo the whole Premier League proven thing, like just by definition, because the guy's Premier League proven, he's better than the guys outside. If you ask me, for example, right now, would I rather sign McAllister or Barella? Of course, I'd say Barella. It's not I'm going to sit up here and say McAllister. But at the same time, Premier League proven gives you the following things. It gives you, when we go away to Old Trafford, when we go away to the Emirates, when we go away to the Etihad, when we go away to wherever, he's been there, he's done that. He's been there, he's done that. So it's not like he's kind of sat there, just unaware of what's happening. Like, he's been to the Emirates, he's been to the Etihad, he's been to Old Trafford, he's been to all these stadiums. He's experienced what it's like to play in these stadiums. So this is where Premier League experience matters. And the third point is versatile. He can play in a double pivot in a 6, he can play in an 8, he can play in a 10. And he's press resistant, he can pass the ball, he can do all of that. So this is the good thing for me from Alexis McAllister's side. And I'm very happy he's a Liverpool player. I can't lie, the hype did die down a little bit because it felt like everyone just knew he was going to be a Liverpool player. So we just kind of sat on our ass and waited. But finally, we pulled through with it. Now, just before I speak on the rest of the transfers and I drop the link, big up to Fatboy Ambience. Big up to you. Welcome back to the channel. He says, love the debate with you and Big Steve, bro. You ruined him. I did. And you know how I know I ruined him? Every time I made a City point, he countered with a Liverpool point, which shows that he really had no response. But big up Big Steve, man. I actually do need to get him on the channel as well. Shout out Big Steve, my guy. Big up to him. Big up to Kenneth. Thanks so much, Ambience. Ratcliffe is a clown. He wants to buy United, but is going to let his best player go to Liverpool. I think you're referencing Thuram there. And I don't think there's going to be, you can't really count it from that perspective, like a conflict of interest. You're talking about Jim Ratcliffe letting Thuram go to Liverpool, which is going to be our next subject. And like, here's the thing, bro. Like, from their perspective as a French football club, if Thuram wants to leave, then he couldn't care less who Ratcliffe is going to own. If he wants to play for Liverpool Football Club, he's going to play for Liverpool Football Club. But thank you so much for the super chat. And listen, thank you to Will, thank you to Ambience, thank you to Kenneth for the super chats. Big up to you guys. I'm going to talk on more transfers now before I drop the link. And I told you guys exactly what we're going to do on today's call-in show because I'm not trying to have any crazy havoc, 3-hour call-in show. So today is going to be organized. I'll repeat it in a second. Make sure you guys are liking them. Make sure you guys are subscribing. And as I said, I'm a man of my word. If we get to 150 likes, I will be taking off my hat. For all the people who are like, Hussam, show us your bald head. 150 likes and the hat is off. So it's up to you guys. There's 184 of you in here. You could get us to 150 likes in the next 3 seconds if you wanted to. So slap that like button. Subscribe to This Is Football if you're yet to do so. Shout out to Will. Shout out to Kenneth. And a shout out to Fatboy Ambience. So it's been a while since I've seen you. So make sure you slap the like. Make sure you subscribe. Now, Queen Nadra, I think, is saying, Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. Heard Mo Salah on his way to Saudi. Any news about that? Nope. I don't think Mo Salah is going to end up at Saudi anytime soon. I think I'm confident we're going to see him and the world-class players in our team in a Liverpool shirt next season because I think they're excited to make right what they did wrong this season. Thank you so much, Queen Nadra. Big up, Nadra. And here's the thing. Now, when it comes to the transfers, ladies and gentlemen, welcome our new member. Welcome our new member to the Liverpool midfield chat in the WhatsApp group. All over from Celta Vigo in Spain. Goes by the name of Gabby Vega. What a thing of beauty. What a thing of beauty. All the way from Celta Vigo, we just added him to the Liverpool midfield WhatsApp chat. And here's the thing. Before I speak on Gabby Vega, I'm sure someone's going to ask in this comment section, Hussam, how are we interested in Vega, Lavia, Thuram, and Kone? Because, as I've pointed out, all summer long, we have clearly learned from our previous mistakes, which is exactly what every single one of us wanted. We have learned from our mistakes. If plan B doesn't work, we've got plan C. If plan C doesn't work, we've got plan D. If plan D doesn't work, we've got plan E. If plan E doesn't work, we've got plan F. We are keeping our options open. And this is exactly what we need. We need our options to be open. I heard that there is a genuine possibility. I'm going to say not probability. There is a genuine possibility Liverpool actually signed 4 midfielders this summer. Because what they're saying in their mind is Ox is gone, Keita's gone, Milner's gone. We need one more guy. For me, I'm not, and I tweeted this out earlier today, I'm not worried about us being linked to all these guys. I'm really not worried about that. I'll tell you why I'm not worried about it. It just shows me that the club have been consistently learning from their mistakes, which is exactly what we need. Vega, Thuram, Kone, Lavia. There is a possibility any of 2 of those 4, or even 3 of those 4, become football players at Liverpool Football Club. Here's the thing. Out of the remaining 4, I'd say the strongest interest is in Kefren Thuram. We are kind of looking at Kefren Thuram as the guy in this transfer window, as the guy we want. Here's the thing with the whole Kefren situation. Please understand, with Kefren Thuram, it's, first of all, anyone who tells you it's a done deal is a liar. Ain't no done deal. You guys know me. I'm not one of these guys. I only told you McAllister's done when it was actually done. Like, I fully said, guys, it's done. Here's the thing with Kefren Thuram. I like the possibility. I think there's a very massive, big chance Kefren Thuram ends up being a Liverpool player. However, the good thing is about looking at the likes of Gabby Veiga, looking at the likes of Lavia, looking at the likes of Kone, looking at all these other players is, as I said, it's no longer plan A or nobody. The Kwadwo Kone situation is as follows. Player wants to join. Player likes Klopp. Player likes Liverpool. George Schmatke's son is the sporting director at Gladbach. He's the sporting director over there. So, it's a good way to kind of use this to our favor. Thing is, now, it's all about execution. And I've consistently spoken about this whole time. Liverpool Football Club don't like bidding wars. And because we don't like bidding wars, we just need to lay the hammer, go sign these players, and just get to the bottom of this crap. I think everyone here just wants to see these players come in the door, have the preseason, and let's rock and roll next season. We don't have time for any crap. We finished 5th. This season's horrible. So for me, I look at these 4 options. The 4 players I've just mentioned, Veiga, Lavia, Kone, and Thuram. Those 4 players that we mentioned, 2 of them are probably going to end up at Liverpool. There is a possibility, not probability, just a possibility. We actually signed 3 of these guys, but depends on the transfer. The good thing is, we're looking at multiple options, which is positive. You might wake up tomorrow and suddenly you see there's a new midfielder linked to Liverpool Football Club. You shouldn't be upset. That's a good thing. Okay, no problem. We're linked to more and more and more players, which is exactly what's needed. It's funny how we were mocked, people like myself and people in the comments, for bringing quote-unquote FIFA players, and that's literally what the club's doing now. All the people who accused us of because we want them, because we use them on FIFA, ain't the club currently looking at FIFA players? Ain't Thuram a FIFA player and Kone a FIFA player and all these guys? That's what I thought. That's literally what I thought. This summer transfer window has proven that the top Reds are the absolute most clueless bunch when it comes to Liverpool Football Club. Full stop. It's as simple as that. Like, us bottom Reds, people who want FSG out, people who have demanded signings, we've been proven right, because they're literally looking at quote-unquote FIFA players. That's what they're looking at. And I'll take myself back to this whole McAllister stuff. I've kept my energy the same from the start. I've said, this summer is all about the package deal concept. It ain't about one guy. It ain't about 2 guys. It's about the package. It's about the package. And speaking of keeping your options open, the centre-back position. I told you guys about Inacio. I told you guys about Bella Kochap. I told you guys about Timber, but that fell through. There's also a real interest in the Van den Ven guy, that really quick guy from the Bundesliga. So this is the thing. We're keeping our options open. Inacio, you want too much money? No problem. Hello, let's go get this guy. Hello, let's go get that guy. Our options are open, which is exactly what we need. We don't need no closed options, closed space. And watch out for the fullback we're going to sign from the Bundesliga as well. So all of these things, they matter. Us being smart in this transfer window matters. Us being, not idiotic, not sentimental, not to just trying to have a plan A, is smart. Now, the only question I ask is, And like, what took so long? Honestly, every single one of these guys we're linked with right now, we could have bought last summer anyway. Why did you just waste a season and a year of our lives for absolutely no reason? So for me, look, you've got 3 midfielders, probably going to end up at Liverpool. A centre back. I don't think it's going to be Timber anymore because I think they're asking for too much money. And probably a fullback. That's probably going to be our summer, which is good, which is positive. This ain't negative. This is positive. So, look, it's all good signs so far. I like the aggression that we've shown. We're the first big club to sign a player, which is good aggression from our perspective. So, I like it. McAllister, I stick by what I said previously on him. I don't think he excels at anything on the football pitch, but he is an all-rounder, which is also good. You do need all-rounders in football. So yeah, that's my thing. So I've kind of spoken on the transfers. Let me just run through these super chats real quick. Big up to Ozzy who says, I'll go bald if Liverpool get top 4. Yawn. I said that? I don't remember I said that, Ozzy, but thank you for the super chat. And big up to Zlatan says, Akhi Sam shine bright like a diamond, that baldy. Hey, I've already laid it out into the comment section. 150 likes and the hat comes off. That's what I said. There's 255 of you here. You can get it done in the next 2 seconds if you wanted to. You really want to see Hussam bald? 150 likes. It ain't even that hard. So yeah, make sure you guys are slapping the like. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Get me to 150 likes and the hat's going to come off. It ain't even that hard. What? Half of you ain't even hit the like. So make sure you hit the like button. 150 likes, the cap comes off. Big up to Zlatan, Ozzy, Nadra, Kenneth, Ambience, and Will for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping that like. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This Is Football if you're yet to do so, my lovely people. Big up to my brother Victor Liang. Big up Vic. Bald Hussam is back. My guy, Liverpool are going to be a problem next year. 3 linked midfielders. Man United, on the other hand, waiting for new ownership. Shameless Hussam will back UCL tomorrow. I'm not going to be shameless at all. I'm not going to be shameless at all. I want Inter Milan to win. I couldn't care less about Man United's treble. I want Man United. I want Man City to lose. I cannot see Man City win a Champions League. I'm sorry, I can't. It's just not going to happen. It is just not going to happen. Man City, Champions League? Oh, hell no. For me, I am praying for Inter, and I am for the Inter all the way throughout. So, Victor, I'm not even going to say any of that. I'm for the Inter all the way throughout, man. It's as simple as that. Thank you so much, Victor Liang. And listen, when it comes to the Man United transfers, I'm going to make like a Man United transfer show because I think it's required, it's needed. Big up to Ozzy who says, no, I'm saying that now. Liverpool not good enough anymore. Okay, no problem. No way that's the real expressions in the comment section. There is absolutely no way that's the real expression. Let me check now. Ain't no way expressions is here. Nah, that ain't the real expressions. Look at this, guys. Guys, why do you do this? Why do you try to be someone else? Why? Look at this. That ain't even the real expression. You bozos, man. Expression really likes my content as well, so hold that. Anyway, the link is going to be dropped in the comment section for all the people who are complaining about me being wearing a hat. As I said, 150 likes and the hat comes off. I think we're like 2 likes away, so make sure you're slapping the like. Make sure you're subscribing. Big up to Victor. Big up to Ambience, Will, Kenneth, Nadra, Ozzy, and Zlatan for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Make sure you guys slap the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. And once again, this is what we're going to do today. It's 2:30 a.m. over here. I promise you I'm going to have a bigger call-in show where we allow much more people to speak and all of that. Today, this is what I want to do today. Today, I'm going to drop the link. And then when you join me over here, every single one of you guys is going to get 2, 3, 4 minutes. Tell me your thoughts on McAllister, on the transfers. And then you're going to dip and allow the other guy after you to speak. It's simple as that. We're kind of doing it Kopish style today, So it's just, but without the timer. So I'm just going to let you guys realize when you've spoken too much. Big up to Victor who says, let's go Inter tomorrow. I want them to win. Lukaku and Martinez. Yes, my brother. We all Inter. Forza Inter, my brother. Big up, Sam. If you get 3 midfielders and centre back, that would be a 10 out of 10 window. 100%, Victor. But it depends who we get. I think currently, as things stand, for me, I think Thuram Kone with McAllister. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Van den Ven. I just think he's a good player, but I don't think he's ready yet. I'd like someone like Inacio. And the fullback I've spoken about, I think that's a 10 out of 10 window. That's 100% a 10 out of 10 window. 100%. And thank you so much, Victor, for the super chat. Have we actually hit 150 likes, you guys? Yeah, you can call in if you're not a Liverpool fan. The whole point is just, all I'm saying is, don't come tell me your life story because it's 2:30 a.m. So just give me 2-3 minutes of your time. Thank you very much. And then on to the next one. Have we actually hit 150 likes? You guys are full of crap. We haven't hit 150 likes. Where's the 150 likes? Oh, we actually have 150 likes. Thank you. We actually have hit 150 likes. Look at you, bozos, man. Look at these haters. We actually have hit it as well. So I'm supposed to be bald now. I was enjoying my hat. I think I look like an F-boy from 2008. Bunch of bastards, man. But I am a man of my word. Enjoy, man. Enjoy, you a-holes, man. Here we go. Bald Hussam. And from Dagestan, Jordan, Hussam, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov. Send location. I'm gonna whoop your ass. Big up to you guys, man. Here to there says, win or lose tomorrow, you have to get Hamza on next week. 100%. Don't worry. Inshallah. I've spoken to Hamza. We're gonna get him back on the channel. Don't worry about it. So yeah, that's my head. Yes, it is hot. Actually, it's very hot. Big up to you here to there. Big up to Edu says, big up H. You are right. The package deal is needed. The new signings aren't earning what Keita and Ox were on. We have headroom on wage. We definitely do. That's another fantastic point. You look at someone like Luis Diaz's agents as well, and you're like, man, like Liverpool Football Club. You know, Ed, this is my thing, Ed, right? And everyone in the comments, this is my thing. I'm so happy we're just learning from our mistakes. That ain't even too much to ask for. I'm just so happy we've actually learned from our mistakes. It's not even that deep. I'm just so happy we're learning from our mistakes. Anyway, we already have a full panel. So guys, as I told you guys, I'm going to add you guys in the order that you joined. It's literally on my screen right now. People in the background, people who want to join us later, 2-3 minutes each. Tell me your thoughts on McAllister, Liverpool transfers overall, and then we let the next guy in because it's 2:30 a.m. So my bald brother was here first, the king of Ghana, man like Albert.
See how much I like you. In solidarity with you, I also shaved my head. I didn't want you to be the only stripper in the nightclub being given dollars to twerk, man. Listen.
So talk to me about McAllister Liverpool
whatever
transfers.
We want to say about FSG, McAllister was a thing of beauty. You know, I just, like, I'm a straight up person. So I call it like it is. If you get that kid for 35 million pounds, it's robbery. Okay? Yeah, it's robbery. Like Charlotte Coates called it, that was a robbery. Whoever leaked that transfer clause to us, we owe that person. And you know, subsequently, we've heard that good old Todd Bowley tried to hijack the transfer and got short shrift. Ten Hag got a very terse 30-minute call. And this is the kid himself giving an interview saying he spoke to Ten Hag for 30 minutes. I bet you he didn't want to go to Netherlands to pick no fucking tulips after they drive him crazy, right? He didn't want to do no Sancho. So he's with us. Let's thank our stars, but let's do better. Now, I am happy that one of our most prominent content creators is talking about Gabriel Viega. Because if you ask me, be a team being managed by Klopp needing midfielders, if you have MacAllister and you have Viega, your problems are almost solved.
McAllister more the Vega more the final third though.
But you see, his defensive side of the ball is also excellent. This boy virtually dragged Celta Vigo kicking and screaming almost single-handedly and kept them in La Liga. He scored 11 goals, 4 assists, right? And if you're playing in a team like Celta Vigo and you score 11 goals and 4 assists, you are better than Dominic Szoboszlai playing in Leipzig, scoring 6 goals and 2 assists. You're better. And he is better. I've been watching because there's a Ghanaian boy who is one of their central defenders called Joseph Edu. He plays all the time. So because of that, I watched Celta Vigo. And I've always wondered, why hasn't that kid been identified? Until I heard that Liverpool were interested in him. So you know what? After getting Mark 10, why don't we start from 0? Because we're almost at 0. Gabriel Viega is available for 30 million euros. Get him. Kefren is available for 40 million euros. Get him. Kone is available for 25 million. Big George's son is a sporting director at Mönchengladbach. What are we waiting for? Can we get a payment plan? Pay like, $100 a week or something? Of course we can. Let's show up the defense and let's be the frightful Liverpool that we need to be, because we need to attack Manchester City with vigor next season. We can't stop at wanting to be 3rd or 4th and always waiting for the goalkeeper to go and score a header, or at certain times it doesn't happen, like this year. So the good thing that has happened to us is that we are fifth, and it has jogged the owners into action because their bottom line has been hit. They are short 60 million euro. That's a good thing. Hossam, I'm betting you that if we had been 4th, Milner stays. Klopp gets his way, Milner stays. Henderson, next season, the first game of the season, Henderson starts right. And of all the things we've been saying about needing a new halfback, I don't think Klopp intends to get rid or even lower the amount of minutes that Fabinho plays. He likes Fabinho. And I think he sees his long-term successor as Bajcetic. I disagree with him because I think Bacetic's injury...
It's a possibility, but we have to manage him, though. We have to manage him.
Exactly. Any injury which the doctors tell you is a time-dependent injury is a dangerous injury, because that's an injury that has a possibility of recurring, right? So we have to manage his minutes, and he's still a kid. So that's where we are. I think that we are looking good. Anytime we snatch yet another transfer from the noses of Manchester United, it's a good day. When I hear that we've done it to both Manchester United and Chelsea, that's an even better fucking day, right? You know that. So let's look at it that way. I'm sure other people want to talk, but let's thank God for Alexis. Now, let me ask you something, and I want you to be honest with me, because there are like 200 people watching. Be honest. Do you remember that a while ago? Yeah, don't start fucking smiling, because you know the question, right?
I'm always smiling. I don't know your question.
You started throwing around some innuendo about knowing something about a certain special player who was going to join Liverpool. Remember, I never forget, right? I never fucking forget. Tell us that wasn't what you were leading to. Tell us that wasn't what you were leading to.
Listen, I cannot say it until
don't plead the fifth. You live in Jordan. You can do whatever you want.
I have to plead the fifth because I've got people watching me. Unfortunately, I have to plead the fifth. Uncle Albert, you're a true man of the people. You're a true man of the people because you want to get the answers for the people. But I cannot say
accusing you and people your content creator is being hereby accused of hiding the good source from his viewers. So we'll take you before
if
the
you're talking
Sanhedrin.
about the thing that I said, if I told you guys, I mentioned in December, I think I know which one you're talking about. I mentioned in December, I said, if I told you guys something and I swore to God, you wouldn't believe me. If you're talking about that one, then I've already revealed it. I said,
No, you said, no. You said there was a very special player who was coming to join Liverpool. And we asked you, is it an attacker? You said it's not an attacker. The only clue you were going to give was that he was more like midfield oriented. And you said you will never reveal your source, because if you revealed, you will reveal us a clue, because if you revealed it, your source will never give you any more information. And I'm accusing you that it was Mark 10. I'm accusing you.
no, it wasn't McAllister. McAllister, I revealed publicly March 30th. March
Okay.
30th is what I revealed McAllister. And listen, I told the people, you can go back, you can watch the stuff. I told the people it ain't going to be 70 million. They didn't want to believe me. And now they saw with their own eyes. So, look.
Well, man, 35 million is
that's a steal.
Is too
that's
much.
a steal. And look,
That's
I'm not an ITK, but I know what I know, and I relay what I'm allowed to relay. It's as simple as that.
It's just like
Yeah, certain stuff.
you are in bed with JW, man. You are in bed.
Here's if I was in bed with John W. Henry, I wouldn't be on YouTube. I just ask him for $1 million and then I dip. You know,
I told you he lives 80 miles away from me. I'm going to check his house. You may be there. I'm going to check his library. You may be hiding under the bookshelf.
Big up, John.
Hey, man.
Anyway, big up, Albert, man.
Take care.
Big up. Love for coming on, Habibi. I can't lie, Albert did much longer than 2-3 minutes, but that's Uncle Albert tax, and the rest of the guys are going to have to hold that because the rules don't apply to Uncle Albert. We've got one super chat to read. He says, Thuram, Kone are at AXA for the medical. It was stated, and Kimmich are in talks. What are your thoughts? Kimmich, where the hell you get that from? Ain't no Kimmich, nothing. I didn't hear a single word about Kimmich. With Thuram and Kone, listen, I've been reported their interest. As far as it comes to like a whole medical happening, I'm gonna be honest with you, Joe. This is just me. I didn't hear a single word about a medical. So I'm not gonna proclaim I heard that or act like I heard it. However, as I just stated earlier on, when I mentioned the 4 we're interested in, I said Thuram and Kone are probably the 2 most likely ones out of the 4, and those are actually the 2 that I'm happiest with. You know, out of Vega, Lavia, and him. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't lie, the Kimmich thing, if we sign Kimmich, don't make me make a bold bet again. Thank you so much, Joe, man. I appreciate you. So next up, as per the order, guys, the rest of you are gonna have to follow the rules. That's Uncle Albert. This is football heritage right there. So we can't. This is the channel heritage right there, Uncle Albert. Next up is our star boy, man, like Kamka. Talk to me, brother.
Yes, sir. Big up Hussam. I'm loving the Triple H cosplay, you know.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah, Mac 10. I mean, what a signing. I don't think you could have asked for a better price. The exact type of player we need is amazing. 10 out of 10 from our front room. And big up Jorge Schmacka. You know what I'm saying? We're coming in with the biggest tap in, the biggest Erling Haaland tap in we've ever seen in our lives.
How are you picking up Schmacka for something he didn't even do, bro? Look at these guys. You guys just want someone to praise.
So I love the signing, and I love where we're going. Kefren Thuram, I think it's reported for another 35 million. Manu Kone around the same price. Gabri Vega for a similar price as well. But my only worry or concern is that when Liverpool, like, people love to say that Liverpool, we built our foundation on those type of signings, and that's absolutely fact. That's our specialty, that 40 million pound signing that we turn into a world-class player. However, people always seem to forget that we also needed that extra oomph of quality, that 75 million pound signing for us to be taken seriously. We needed that Van Dijk. We needed that Alisson. Both of those were not 40 million. We paid 150 million for those 2 combined. So I still do think that we need to be sniffing around those Nico Barellas for 60 million. We still need to be, you know, we need to. Everybody can't be a 22-year-old project player in my eyes. But if that does end up being our summer, I still think it's a really good summer, and I don't want to discredit, the work, and because all these are really highly touted players that a lot of clubs are going in for. So if we get all of them for 35 million, 40 under, that's amazing. But I still do think that we need that extra, boost. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about that, Hussam. See, they got me running. This is football right now.
Did I actually get disconnected mid sentence?
They got me running. This is football right now. That's crazy.
Did you say? Did you speak or did you stay
Yeah,
quiet?
I was speaking the entire time.
Okay, perfect. I agree with you, Kamka.
Yes, sir.
God. What did you say that's outrageous?
No, I didn't say anything that's outrageous. I just I was just saying that we need to be sniffing around more of those Nico Barellas. We need to be looking at those 60 million plus signings. And I'm not saying we need to splash the entire bank account on one of those, but when you look at a player that we've been saving up for supposedly 3 years, going for 86 million pounds, it kind of just like, well, we need to do something else, but like I said, if it does end up being all 40 million under signings and they're all really great players that could add value to the squad, I won't be too upset. I'm just saying, if we want to be taken seriously, because the context of what we're facing up against now, Man City, when we were playing against them, they didn't have a player that was scoring 55 goals in a season. Like they had Sergio Aguero, but he was not over the cliff in his career. So it's not nearly the same thing. Erling Haaland, 22, 23 years old? He could easily stay there for 10 years and score 1 million goals in the Premier League. So we do still need to be looking at those higher quality players, those more well-respected Euro talents. That's my only concern.
Okay, that's fair enough. Big up Cam. Short and
Yes,
sweet
sir.
there.
Yes,
Big
sir.
up to you, my brother. He actually stuck to the instructions. Uncle Albert just don't. I'm gonna be real with you. Everything I said just didn't apply to Albert, because Albert do what Albert wants. Albert's the Stone Cold Steve Austin of this channel.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It's as simple as that. Everyone else follows the rules except him. So big up to you, Cam, man.
Yes,
I appreciate
sir.
you, my brother. Thank you. Next up, we're gonna have Zlatan and then Ozzy and then Mike Das. Here's my thing, man, with this whole thing that Infinite Cam speaking on. Listen, few valid points there. 100% we need to be looking at more quality signings. However, as I stated previously on this channel, I think the issue Liverpool Football Club have now is we need to be looking at quality and quantity. It's no longer just a quality thing, it's quantity too. So we have to kind of divide that budget in a smart way. Big up, Albert, man. Big up. Next up is the man infamous for calling Mason Mount the London Camel. Man like Zlatan.
Hello? Looks like he's disconnected.
Please don't tell me I got disconnected again.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, well,
perfect
anyway,
timing
talk
too.
To me, brother. McAllister, talk to me.
Oh yeah, McAllister. Look, like you said, he is not a specialist per se, but he is the jack of all trades. So he can do pretty much everything, and that's what we need in terms of certain qualities that we have been lacking. We need someone who's creative as well as can do the defensive side of the job. And McAllister is well balanced. He's not specific like, he's such a great player at defensive, offensive, but he's balanced. He's very, very balanced. On the other side, we are being linked with, Kone. We are being linked with, sorry. Looks like I'm getting.
Please don't tell me I got disconnected. Is it him getting disconnected? I can still see my face, so I know it ain't me getting disconnected.
Oh, okay. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, go on.
Okay. So it appears that McAllister is well balanced, but on the other hand, when we look at Kone and Thuram, they're very much complementary to his quality, actually, which is what we need. We don't have a balance right now in our midfield. Pretty much every player that we have, or at least the more senior ones, number 14, Hendo, and Fabinho, they are industrious, but they're not industrious anymore because they don't have the legs. But but replacing them with Kone would give us industriousness, and then replacing Hendo with Thuram would give us industriousness, but as well as the attacking side of the game. So that's what we need. So we need someone who can do both, both moving forward and also defending, which these players will balance each other out, and that's what we need. And I disagree with Cam because we don't have that luxury of doing it this time around, or this transfer window, that getting that luxurious player that is impactful. But we need it down the road maybe. But right now we need quality as well as quantity at the same time. And adding in 3 or 4 midfielders is better than adding in, a Jude Bellingham type of player.
But
And
Zlatan, here's
spending
my
so
problem
much.
with that statement. I
Yeah.
agree with you, but why did we wait a year to do that thing that me and you both agree on?
Well, we both agree
See,
on
this
that.
is the issue. Like, here's the thing: we
Yeah,
can't
that's
make out like
FSG.
this is like this ain't positive, bro. The truth is, the most
It is
annoying
not.
thing is we could have signed every single one of these guys last summer, so we just waited for no reason. That's my issue.
Yeah, same here. I think we wasted a season. We could have had those players and actually made top 4 and be able to add a luxurious player this season. So which basically pushed the ability to sign any luxurious player or good players, or quote unquote marquee signings further out to us, another 12 months. So in that way, it's not going to be good for us. But one other thing that I want to mention before I go is these signings, if we actually successfully sign all 3, will give us tactical flexibility. That's one thing we have been lacking for the past 2 or 3 seasons. We always play 4-3-3, or now we adapted 3-2-2-3. So these players will allow us to be able to adapt the new system, or play a different way, 4-2-3-1, or whatever it is. So that's in that way, it's a positive sign.
100%. Big up to you, Zlatan. Thank you so much, Habibi. See you in
Thank
the
you, man.
comments, my brother. Appreciate you, and big up for all supporting the channel as well, akhi. I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Have a nice day.
Habibi.
Big up.
Big up. Next up on the channel, we've got Ozzy, and then we've got Mike. Let me check the order again. Mike, Ozzy, Mike, and then we've got Bruno, Miguel, Arij, and then Jake. That's the order. So then after that, of course, comes Diallo. We've got a couple of spaces open as well if you guys want to come. Here's the thing. When it comes to this whole thing that my brother was speaking on, man like Zlatan, I agree with him completely regarding tactical flexibility, and I hope new signings are going to allow us to do that. That's for me a key thing. But pulling up to the up block, Man United fan, about to see Alex Ferguson's legacy get ruined tomorrow unless Inter have something for us. Ozzy, what are you doing? What are you saying, brother?
Assalamu alaikum, first and foremost.
Alaikum salam.
Second of all, please don't mention this. We don't need to think about the Champions League today or tomorrow. We don't even
Or
need to
the
think of it
Inter.
until. Honestly, you guys are giving Inter hope like they're the best thing to come from sliced bread. But anyway, that's another conversation to have. We'll talk about it in your live stream tomorrow. First and foremost, congratulations on the bald head. You look like the Arab Bruce Willis. It's phenomenal, I have to say. Yesterday, I actually missed it live. So you can imagine my pain when I woke up and I fell asleep and I was looking for I need to watch this. I need to watch this live. It made my day. So congrats on being a man of your word. Second of all, I want to say really quickly, Albert, I want you to get your ass right in this space right now and come and join this call because I need to see him. I need to speak to him. I want my 2-3 minutes with Albert. So until he comes in here and gets his balls and is able to come in, because I need to have a couple words with him, let's talk about McAllister. Because I'll be real.
I don't know if Albert's here or not, though, because he ain't in the background.
No, I think he's in the chat. Let him just come in, and I want to have a quick word with him because he's been avoiding me for time. So today is the day where we can actually settle things. Listen, I just forget for a second that I'm a Man United fan. I genuinely, I'm not biased one bit. People out here talking about Ten Hag was calling him and he wanted him, and we got this. We got McAllister, even though the Dutch manager, the Dutch Guardiola wanted him. Bro, do you know how many times we've been linked with players? We've been linked with numerous. Every day is a different batch
Why
of
do you get
players that
so
we're linked with.
upset though? That's what I don't get. Like,
I'm not upset. I just don't like. I
okay,
don't
listen.
like.
Here's the thing. Right now, my whole life, you are a more attractive club. Right now, we're a more attractive club just because of the manager and the situation. Wallahi,
You're
it's
not a
even
more
that deep.
attractive club. You're not more, at the moment. Currently, you're not.
Listen, I'm not arguing who's bigger or not. I think we're bigger anyway, but that's not the point. The point
You
is,
don't believe that. You
can
don't
you
believe
chill,
that.
Ozzy? Listen, your whole life, from the 90s till 2017, 18, you were definitely a more attractive club for any footballer to join, whether in Europa or in Champs. All I'm saying is, we've been the more attractive club for like 5 years. That's it. It's not even that deep. Wallahi, you guys get so rattled. Right now,
We're not
as
rattled,
things
Habibi.
stand, no, but chill out. Right now, as things stand, because of Klopp and the stuff he's built at Liverpool, it's just that Liverpool are just more attractive players. It's not even, wallahi, it's not even a deep thing. By the way, Ten Hag could have called him, and he could have said, and you know, he could have wanted him. It's not like McAllister is a shit player. He could have wanted him, and then khalas, he chose Liverpool. Ya akhi, it happens. This is what happened to you and us my whole life, but in reverse.
No,
You don't have to
it's not that deep, to be honest. That's why I'm talking to you about McAllister.
Speaking of, it's not that deep. He's here. You want me to add him now?
Add him straight here. I need to have a word with add him.
Can't believe you dramatic ass people, man.
I have to. I'm glad Uncle Albert. First of all, good evening, Uncle Albert.
Good evening, my dear.
Your shiny head is looking shinier than ever. Mashallah, you're looking great.
Solidarity with Hussam, man.
I love it. Listen, Albert, I still haven't gotten my apology. I just think, like, a respectful man like yourself, the Steve Austin of This Is Football, should be a man of his word. You came in here a few weeks ago and said, Ozzy, shut up, Ozzy, shut up. We're finishing ahead of you. We're finishing ahead of you this season. You haven't. I still haven't gotten my apology, Uncle Albert.
Okay, Ozzy, you get your apology for finishing ahead of us.
Thank you very much. Now, the second thing I need to ask you, Uncle Albert, do you genuinely think that after signing all of these targets, all these youngsters, these players with potential, the ones that haven't been proven at the big stage, you guys out here doing previews and transfer videos on all of these Kone and Thurams and whatever, the players that nobody wants except you, do you think these players are going to propel you into the top four? Genuinely.
Let me ask you a question that answers your question. Given Garnacho and Martial, who will you take?
Garnacho or Martial?
Yeah.
Garnacho.
How much did Garnacho cost you?
Albert, I think your hand is covering your microphone, by the way.
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, much better.
Yeah. Okay, so Garnacho cost you 100,000. Martial cost you what? 50-something million?
Yeah.
So I've answered your question. But let me tell you what. Don't worry about who wants us. Mason Mount rejected us, and you guys are paying for him. So,
can I just say the disrespect that Mason Mount gets is unreal. I understand
He deserves it. He's a useless player.
I get it. By the way, I used to come on Spaces onto it.
You guys don't want
before you open that Mason Mount topic, big up Chombe, who says I can't come live. I saw you in the background, Chombe. I can't lie, you look much different than what I expected you to look like, my brother. But thank you for this.
You know, Ozzy, I've been on already.
No. 1 second. Let me just say this. You know the problem with the whole United Mason Mount thing. It's just a matter of fit. If you have a midfield three of Casemiro, Bruno, and Mount, you're basically gonna play hot potato with the football. That's just the truth.
Cool. By the way, I know Uncle Albert doesn't want to hog the mic because he's been here before. So, Uncle Albert, at some stage this summer, whether it's the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever, Hassem needs to organize because we need to have a chat because this is now Judgment Day for you. So I don't want you running away, Uncle Albert.
Let me assure you.
I promise you, this is what I'm gonna do. Listen, this Aussie guy, he bottled it last time. Listen,
what?
Albert wasn't just on the call-in; he was the co-host of the call-in.
I came on, and you said it was 3 o'clock in the morning.
So this what Aussie did, right? This StreamYard clock hit 3 hours almost, and then his ass decides to show up. We're about to end it. So is that my
Yeah,
problem?
because
No,
because he was
Albert was here.
busy. He
Albert
was
was here.
busy.
That's your fault, not Albert's fault.
He was
Okay.
busy entertaining a twerking woman. That's what he was doing.
First of all, astaghfirullah, don't do any of that, Uncle Albert. Come on, you should know
Listen,
better. I'm a good
Ozzy.
Muslim man.
Ozzy, listen, let me tell you what. And let me give you a cold assurance.
Mm.
Mark 10, Kefren, Kone, add Gabri Vega if possible. Maybe Ignacio at the back.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you guys will get 8, man. You will get 8. You will move from 7 to an unholy 8. It will be from 7 hag to 8 hag. I'm telling
Okay.
you that right now.
All right, listen,
You know what's
Uncle
gonna
Albert.
happen?
Uncle Albert,
We
listen.
will
listen.
consider a 5-0. We will consider a 5-0 win
Mhm.
what's the name of your stadium?
A
At
bad
Old
result,
Trafford.
you were going to
At
say?
Old Trafford, we'll consider
Okay.
it a loss. We'll consider it a loss. A 5-0 win with those boys.
Congratulations on the 7-Up trophy. Listen, even I don't care if Liverpool beat us 8-0, but we are able to finish ahead of them in the league table. I don't care. I care
Ozzy,
about legacy. People don't care
if
about
we
this
were
stuff.
Leeds United today, or Leicester City, or Southampton, and we
We
still beat you 7-0, I'm taking that any
okay.
fucking day.
Congratulations, well done. If it's a 1-game thing, then no problem.
And by the way,
And
we will play the final of the Europa Cup against you at the Aviva Stadium, because you know you're going to come third in your group, right? You know that. You'll be third.
no chance, no
I'm
chance,
telling
no
you
chance.
that.
We're finishing top of our group, but listen, Albert, I get it. I invited you here. You came. I'm glad you came because we needed to have a chat, and I'm glad I got my apology. I want to apologize for you traveling all the way to the UK just to watch your team finish outside of the top 4.
Fuck off. Fuck
Now
off.
I want to finish on this because I know a lot of people are waiting, right? But I want to say a couple things. Hossein, you spoke a lot about your Liverpool team, about how they were going to be competitive, how they were going to do this, you are brilliant at talking. But when it comes to backing up, your team always lets you down. Look what he's brought up.
Ozzy, before you go, I need to ask you, are you man over your word when it comes to this?
Yeah, 100%. But listen, then if that's
You're
the
gonna
case,
you're gonna shave your head bald on this channel if Liverpool get top
if
4.
anyone knows me more than you should know me, because we talk on a personal level. My hair is the most important thing in my life. It's long, it's luscious, it's beautiful. It's the reason why I get all the gal them all over my DMs. Now, I will happily put that on the line.
See, when I told you that this guy didn't show up for the last confrontation because he was having a twerker, see, he complained.
I'm joking. You know we're bantering.
Yourself, right?
Hey, listen, Albert, Hossein, but if I'm going to do that, you also need to put your hair on the line
because
as well.
you've been
because
translating.
come the summer,
No,
your
we
hair is
can't
going to grow.
No, I'm going to put my hair back on the line.
Why not?
Right?
Why not?
No. Don't include me as part of your thing. You said this. You have to be a man of your word. You come on my channel, you shave if Liverpool end up in the top 4. Simple.
Okay, cool. But if you don't finish in the top 4, you shave your beard.
There's no if. There is no
what
if.
do you mean? You need to
There's
put
no
something
if.
on the line. Where is the entertainment if you don't put something on the
What
line?
I see. Ozzy, Ahmed Osman, £2 super chat. I'll go bald if Liverpool get top 4. That's what you said.
First of all, I don't believe that they're going to get top 4, but I need you to also put something on the line. There's no way. If I did it with Albert, listen, if I could do it with Albert, I would. But Albert unfortunately has no hair, no beard, so there's nothing I can put on.
I was hit by a barber yesterday.
I respect it. Anyway, listen.
By a barber yesterday, man.
We'll see how the transfer window goes. We'll see what Qatar does. Because I expect
Qatar ain't doing shit. They're not winning the bid, man.
Yes, we are. We will be there, and it doesn't matter whether you buy Kone, whether you buy McAllister, who scored.
If this guy would have given the bid to the Qataris, he would have done that a long time ago. Today was supposed to be the deadline day. Say Jazim didn't leave. He's still there.
He's still there, and his bid is still on the table. He's going to own Manchester United.
But be a man of your word. Be like Hussam. If you say today is the D-Day and I'm withdrawing otherwise, then withdraw. Withdraw, Jazim. Come to Liverpool.
Well, he did. He withdrew. He said, I'm going to withdraw from negoziations. He's not going to talk about money anymore.
Withdraw.
But the deal is still on our table.
Guys, listen.
Come to Liverpool.
I love this argument. This is what I'm going to do. Next time I have a call-in show, I'm going to DM you both, so you're both here at the start, and you can fight each other. As for now, let me just... Because the guys are waiting patiently in the background.
Yeah. Sorry to the guys. Blame Ozzy. Don't blame me, man.
Hassan,
Blame
last thing.
Ozzy,
One
don't
sec.
blame me.
One
I'm
sec.
sorry,
Hassan,
guys.
last question. Well, yes or no? Are Liverpool finishing in the top 4 next season?
We are winning the
100%
We are
by
winning the
you.
league. We are actually winning the league, Ozzy. We
This
are
Okay,
guy
I'm
winning.
done.
talking
I'm
about
done
top
now.
4,
I'm done.
bro. Like,
I'm done.
we're 4
I'm
points
done.
off top 4 now.
Okay,
What
and
makes
I'm
you
gonna
think
put my hair on the line right now. If Liverpool finish in top 4, I'll happily shave off my hair on
Perfect.
stream. No
Don't
problem.
even bother. We win anyway. Don't bother
Oh, cool.
saving anything. We
There
win.
you go.
I'll
Now
give
you
you
have
a
it on
dollar.
camera. I have
I'll
no
give
problem.
you a
Done.
dollar.
Okay,
End
now
of
we
the
have it
season.
on camera. We have proof. Someone screen record that and send that to me. Simple.
No issues. No issues.
Anyway, big up you both. Thank you for joining me, my
Big up,
brothers.
Ozzy. Take
I
care.
appreciate you,
Big up,
Albert,
guys. Big up.
Ozzy.
Have a good
up
night.
you guys. Big up. Joining us now on the channel is football heritage of this channel. The guy with the absolute best mustache on this football by far. By even better than mine. And I have one hell of a mustache. Joining us on the channel is the well-spoken, well-delivered man when it comes to football opinions. I actually love listening to his opinions as well. Man like Mike has joined us. How are you doing, Mike?
Appreciate you, son. Appreciate you. But listen, but before I get into this, I just need to, listening to that pained me because 3 seasons ago, Manchester United did. Okay, listen, just right now, I'm going to tell you right now, Man United had the exact same last 2 years that we just had, but 3 years ago. Okay, they finished second, right? 3 years ago, they finished second. Then they have a terrible season with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They sack him. They go on a run at the end, and they finish 6th, and they end up in the Europa League, which is essentially the same exact thing that just happened to us. We finished second by 1 point, then we end up in the Europa League, and our worst season ever was only 4 points worse than theirs. So I don't understand where all this shit talking comes from. It's like everyone's got a big ego and no one has anything based in reality. And they're just forgetting all facts. It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, just to kind of get that off my chest. I think that anybody who says...
I love how he just came on just dunked on United's head top before he even spoken about it. Look at this guy. This guy's back on this whole camel mount thing. You know, this is what I told Ozzy, which he just ignored. I'm gonna be sorry with you. They signed those 3 hot potato with the football. That's what they're gonna play with that. Go on, Mike. Sorry.
But anyway, anyone who's talking bad about Alexis McAllister just has a serious lack of football knowledge. They didn't watch the World Cup and they don't see quality in the midfield. And you know, I don't want to hear anyone talk about Jude anymore because it's in the past, right? Like it happened, it doesn't matter, it's gone. And if you continue to talk about it, you're just going to go into an unhealthy pattern and it's going to end up with you being a bitter old man. Just like forget about it. Like it's gone and we're moving forward. So Alexis McAllister, 35 million is a fucking steal, pardon my French. But I think that, you know, outside of that, if we can get, you know, I just did some math here real quick. I think that like in an ideal world, I would like to see Alexis McAllister, Kone, Thuram. I agree with Albert. I would love to see Gabriel Vega, but the one I don't see anyone talking about who is, you know, anywhere between 50 to 60 million is Kim Min-jae from Napoli. I think he would be like my dream center half to come into this team. You know, you don't have to let go of Matip. Matip can stay for depth. You know, Joe Gomez as a right back, like, listen, everyone talks shit about him, but like when he played right back this past season, he can hold his own. So like if we need him there for depth and we're not going to spend on that, I would rather take Kim Min-jae and let Joe come in and play 15 minutes a game. And anyone who's talking shit about Fabinho, again, you're ignoring the fact that if you add 3 midfielders, Fabinho's not starting every week. If Fabinho doesn't start every week and Fabinho's playing, you know, 90 minutes a week, like let's say he's playing 15 minutes on Saturday and he's playing, you know, 45 minutes on Wednesday, that will work, right? His legs will be there because he's not being overworked. He now has some relief. Like the guy's not a bad player. Like he had games this season. It's just he doesn't have longevity. He doesn't have the stamina anymore to play week in, week out. So, you know, you add Kone, you add Thuram, like Fabinho should still be there for depth. You got Bajcetic coming in, who, you know, again, we don't have to start him. We can use him for depth. Great player, great quality. Same thing with Thiago, right? Thiago can also be more of a depth player because of his injury proneness. But I don't think that getting rid of these guys is going to solve anything. And I think that keeping them there for depth, letting these young guys come in, will put us in a position to, you know, have one hell of a season. Because I mean, we all know that one simple system change changed everything for us, and now that we're adding players, if we keep the system, it will work. So yeah, I can't wrap my head around the fact that people are trying to talk shit about Alexis McAllister. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But yeah, that's my
I think
dream
he's an
scenario.
all-rounder. He's a solid player.
Yeah, and he's exactly
Go
what
on,
we
go on,
need.
go on.
He's an engine. He's someone that can hold the ball, possess the ball. He can defend. He can move forward. He can score goals. He's everything that we're looking for in a solid midfielder. And if we get everyone else, we can even keep the miserable Mr. 14 and have him come in and essentially be James Milner. You know, you play the last 10 minutes of a game, we're up 2-0. I'm fine with that. I've got no issue there. I think that if we can get these players, that's around 225 million. I think that that's reasonable. My only concern is that we have to also spend next summer. It's like this can't just be a this summer thing. It's 225 this summer, and then that way, next summer, you spend 100 max, right? And then every summer subsequent from that, you're spending 100 to 115, and you're just continuing to buy young players. Essentially, you don't have to ball out like you do this one summer, but we do. And I think that FSG will recognize that, and having a sporting director will also help. I think that was a major problem. We were all kind of just washing over our head. There was no one at command of the helm. And the last point I want to make is the biggest problem I think at the club is the medical team, the physio team. None of these players were injury prone before they came to Liverpool, and then all of a sudden they all get hamstring injuries. So I think that if we get 4 or 5 guys, this will be the perfect opportunity to say that, I mean, as far as I know, none of these guys have any injury problems. So if they come in and all of a sudden they start getting hurt, well, our theories on the medical team are all but confirmed, and we're just shooting ourselves in the foot over and over again. But yeah, I don't want to take up too much time. I know there's other people, but yeah, that's kind of
always well spoken. And here's the thing: when it comes to next summer, like I agree with you. This should only be the first step of the rebuild. We can't sit on our ass now and just expect like these 3 to just be like, oh, like that, like some people use that some sort of like flex got you type thing, like, oh, we signed 3 midfielders last summer. No, it's not over now. Just we signed 3 midfielders and that's it. We park the car now and we go like, oh, we're all good. No, we're not all good. We have to continue signing players. We have to continue building, rebuilding, all of that. So yeah, that's I agree with you completely on that point. And with McAllister, it really just depends on the package. As a 3, do they work? As a 4, do they work? As a 5, do they work? That's kind of what's needed. But I think he's Premier League proven. He's a World Cup winner. Very versatile. 6, 8, and 10 he can play. So it's only positives for us. So yeah.
I mean, dude, with that 225 million I just said, I don't care what system they're playing in. They'll find a way to make it work, and that team will be pushing, 80, high 80, low 90 points. I have no doubt in my mind that a midfield with that, and I mean, I know that Kim Min-jae is just like a out of nowhere Hail Mary. I really want it to happen, but
I'm actually shocked we're not interested in him. I really am, considering
it doesn't
his
make any
price.
sense to me. I mean, just like really quick, I was looking up his rankings. I mean, I don't know the transfer market thing. He was the 11th best player in all of Serie A last season, and he's the 14th ranked center back in the world. And he's 50 million. Well, his market value is 50 million. So like, let's say ballpark, we overpay a little bit, 60, 65, right? And then you're paying 60 for Thuram, you're paying 40 to do the Gabriel Vega release clause, and you're paying, 30 for Kone. That's like 225 million right there. And that's a really good 225 million
that's an unbelievable 225.
Yeah. And Kim Min-jae would be the oldest guy at 26. I mean, they're all the perfect age too. The early 20s. They're not too young. They're not 19. They've got proven experience in top leagues, and they can move forward. And Jurgen will just run them down, and then we'll be
Albert
back
has a question for you.
Years. Naby, does he mean Naby Keita?
Yeah, I think he means that his new club.
Yeah, I think that Naby just wanted first team time, and I think that it kind of just got to the point where he wasn't working anymore. Again, another player that it's unfair to judge him because of how injury prone he was. And I don't know if that's his fault or if that's the medical team's fault. Like, we see it time and time again. Like, Konate did not have hamstring problems before he came to Liverpool. And Konate should never be in training. He's like the best center back we have. He wins every aerial duel known to man. Like, I don't ever want that guy touching a training pitch. I want him to jog. He should be like Van der Sar. He shows up, he says, I hit a ball, I'm good, I'm leaving. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? So I think that Naby, it's unfair because he was solid last year, and he was a good, solid midfielder. He wasn't anything spectacular. I know he had the botch in the Champions League final, but he scored against United at Old Trafford in the 5-0 win. I just think that, again, he was hurt too much to really give him a true fair assessment. But I'm happy for him, and I want him to start, and I know that he'll start at his new club, and he'll be playing week in, week out, which is ultimately what everyone wants, or ultimately what he wanted. And it'll be the same thing for Bobby, and it'll be the same thing for Alex. Anybody who's been at the club, I don't really hold any hard feelings against. And, he had a couple stinkers, but whatever. I mean, who doesn't, And I'm not going to judge him for his few faults when the guy was hurt every other week.
Good luck to Keita, man. His problem is just injured all the time. That's the issue. That's the thing. But thank you so much, Mike.
Yeah,
big up to you, my brother. As
Appreciate
always,
you.
well spoken. As always, my brother. Appreciate you. See you, man. Big up. So next up on the channel, we've got Bruno. If Bruno in the background would just show me his face before he can switch off your camera again. Okay, Bruno. Thank you. So joining us on the channel now. You can switch off your camera if you want. Yes, no problem. Big up to you, Bruno. Talk to me, brother.
Right. Basically, I've got to get this off my chest right here, right now. Good start to the window, but we need to see consistency. You know what that previous caller was talking about? Yeah, that's what we need to see now. Consistency. You don't just do one transfer window and then the next transfer window you did what you did in 2021 season and you leave us high and dry. Look what happened that season. Fell off a cliff. He's not here. Fell off a cliff. Yeah? We need to do consistency, consistent investment. I want to see a dynasty. I want to see us win doubles, trebles, quadruplets. Yeah? We are not the bridesmaid. We are the bride. We are the person that's actually getting married. You understand? Yeah? None of this Tottenham crap, yeah? That's what Tottenham do. Yeah? They ain't won a trophy, man, since flipping Rihanna's Good Girl Gone Bad Days. They ain't won a trophy since flipping Dora the Explorer. Yeah? We're not that team over there. We're not going over to our ex. Yeah? We are the person. We're going out with a new person. Yeah? I expect troubles. I expect doubles. It's a good start to the window. Go and get me a Kone. Go to Nice. Get me a Thuram. Go in there. There's 40 million. They say no. 45 million. Don't want to hear any of this. And can I just quickly say this as well? What is it with this pathetic, dead, a diabolical thing of trying to put number 8s into a number 6? Like, get a player and put them in a natural position. I am sick to death of Klopp putting number 8s in number 6s and number 9s in number 7s. Right? What's next? What you're going to put You're going to put Van Dijk up front. That's like putting John Onorisa, who played left back, in flipping right wing. Yeah, that's like putting flipping.
I think John Onorisa could bang at right wing in the Klopp system.
That's like putting flipping Jamie Carragher, who played centre back, at striker. Like, what in the name of garbage is that? I want to see trebles. I want to see doubles. We don't do that here, right? If any of you lot are not happy with what I've got to say, well, guess what? I don't give a rat's ass. Yeah? I don't give a rat's ass. We're not Tottenham. Yeah? We're not Tottenham. We're not Arsenal. We're not 16, 17 Arsenal. Or to put it even better, Arsene Wenger Arsenal. We're not that team over there. Yeah? Because Klopp, he needs to learn to change his tactics. He needs to learn. And by the way, this whole transfer situation, why didn't he do this in 2021 season? Why didn't he buy those players in 2021 season? This is his fault. And FSG don't think they're going to get away with this. If I don't see improvements in terms of the tactics and formations, I've already told you, I want Jurgen Klopp gone. You might think that's a bit harsh, isn't it? I want him gone. And FSG can go as well. Because I want to see trophies. None of this finishing top 4. Do you not finishing 4th, 3rd, and 2nd places? Leftover pasta. Yeah? It's mouldy pasta. Yeah? It's disgusting, isn't it? Yeah? Have you been to a horse stable? Yeah?
Nope.
Well, that's what finishing 4th place is. Yeah? 3rd place. You don't get trophies. At the end of the season, when they're presenting the trophy to the winner, Do they see them handing out second place and third place, fourth place trophies? Did we get a trophy last season for finishing second to Manchester City?
Nope.
Exactly. Yeah. We are not the bridesmaid. That's what Arsenal finished last season. They were the bridesmaid. They were the ones where, when the bride's going down the aisle with the bridesmaid is Tottenham. The bride is Liverpool. Do you understand? Yeah? We're the one that's doing the French kissing, not the person that's watching it. Do you understand? That's what we are. That's what we are. So next season, I expect a title challenge. None of this crappy top four, man. Honestly.
Okay. I appreciate you, Bruno. Thank you so much, my brother.
Anyway, I've got to go because others have got to come on here. So, yeah, my time is up.
Big up, my bro. I appreciate you. Thanks so much
see you
for
next
coming
time.
on. No worries,
Thanks.
no worries. See you, my brother. Listen, I agree with Bruno there. It's not like he's saying anything funny or crazy. 100%. We must challenge for the title. We must do our best to get to that level. And it's as simple as that. And I think even here, Ed's agreeing with him. He says Thuram and Koné give us a slag and power in the midfield, which is what we lack this season. 100%. We will look like a proper team with Mac running things. I agree with this completely. That's why I said my preferred three would be Thuram, Koné, and McAllister. That would definitely be the three that I would love to have at Liverpool Football Club. So yeah, thank you so much, Ed. Big up to you for the super chat. Big up to you for consistently supporting the channel, my brother. I appreciate you. Chombe says, I'll be very surprised if we finish in the top four. Ever so positive, Chombe. I think top four is just locked in. I think other things are probably more difficult for us. Next up, we've got Miguel, and then before that, then we'll go to Arij, Diallo, and then we go to Minerals, and then Steve. Miguel, my brother, talk to me. What are you saying?
Big up, my brother. First of all, mad respect on the shaving stream. Mad respect, keeping you well and all that good stuff. But on Liverpool side of things, obviously, I'm a Man United fan. So I'm gonna be real. The McAllister signing that you done for £35 million, absolute bargain, absolute brilliant player he is. Honestly. If it was me, I would have had him over Mason Mount every flipping year of the bloody year, mate. Honestly. But he will be an absolute brilliant player for Liverpool, in my honest opinion. When the season goes by and they say like, all right, what player made the difference during that during the transfer windows and stuff like that? He will be the number one player for you lot, I think. His absolute quality. He'll give you that spark and legs in midfield that you've been lacking from last season. No more that number 14, none of that BS from that flipping Henderson, which I think you need to get rid of that Don, if we're being honest. He needs to go. But he's absolute brilliant, McAllister. And like if I'm hearing that you're going to be bringing in Koné, Thuram, and that Vega from Celta Vigo, mate, teams in the Prem next year, they better watch out, especially us, mate. Because if you could beat us 7-0 at Anfield with that team that you had, imagine what you could do with that team if you get them players. It'll be even worse.
It will be. I can't wait for 8-0 next season, man. But thanks so much, Miguel, man. I appreciate you as well waiting very patiently, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Bro.
And yeah, we'll speak soon on our next call and show, my brother. See you. Appreciate it. Love. Joining us next on the channel, man like Arij waited patiently. He unfortunately had to wait for Stone Cold Steve Austin to finish, and then The Rock came in, and then he wanted to fight Stone Cold. Triple H is just trying to get all these matches through. So, joining us on the channel, I think, as he said in the private chat, he's from Pakistan, and I believe it's like 6 a.m. over there. So, big up to my bhai who's about to join me for the first time, man like Arij. How you doing, brother?
What's up, bro? I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. So talk to me.
You looking like the Halal Heisenberg, bro.
They told me that. The thing is, I've never watched Breaking Bad. But I need to watch it, I think. Yeah.
But you said that, like in your past streams, you said Bellingham, Ugarte, Koné, they're the main midfielders. So who would be plan B apart from McAllister?
Who would I? Sorry, what?
Who would be part B apart from McAllister, like part B package, as you said?
I mean, with Ugarte, Bellingham, and the third guy I said was Kone, that would have been my personal ideal summer. Now, of course, with the whole Jude Bellingham thing, we already know that this is the reason I'm bald anyway. Jude Bellingham. So I think that fell through. After that, I think we just headed towards a different direction with the whole McAllister situation. I think we probably looked at him and went, of course, when we kind of inquired about the whole release clause thing, we went like 35 million is a no-brainer for him. And here's the thing, I saw you earlier in the comment section talk about what I said with him, and I still stick by that. I think he's an all-rounder.
Big up you actually, like, because I watched you the
big up my
videos, so you were like, oh, praising McAllister. I was like, bro, you wanted him as part as a plan B, and now you're all. But big up, you admitted it at least.
Yeah, but I stick by it. I think I would prefer Caicedo to him. I'd preferred many players to him, but the thing is with him is he's an all-rounder. There's nothing I said that I don't like take a step back and go like I was wrong, because I think what I said I still stick by. I don't think you look at McAllister and go like he's unbelievable at shooting or at passing or at creativity, or he's an all-rounder so he can do it all, which is good. You need a complete midfielder. Like I'm not against that, but if you tell me honestly right now, if I asked you 6 months ago, would you rather Caicedo or McAllister? No one's saying McAllister. Let's be real. Everyone's saying Caicedo on a real level. Yeah. So you're saying it now even, and I agree with you. So for me, with plan Bs and plan As, I think you're talking about the original plan from like 4 months ago. But ever since the whole Bellingham thing fell through, and I think this Bellingham drama, by the way, this is just, I'm glad you mentioned it. I think we're actually going to find out even more drama in the next 2-3 months about this. There is generally a possibility that Bellingham just said no to Liverpool. Like there is maybe he just said no after we didn't qualify for the Champions League. It's a genuine possibility. So yeah. So tell me your thoughts on McAllister and your thoughts on
I prefer, I'm a United fan. I prefer him over Mount, honestly, because he suits.
You're a United fan?
Yeah. Born and bred, bro. 15, 16 years.
Come on, man. You're a United fan. All this time, I just called you my bhai and you're a United fan. Look at this.
Come on. Everyone's a United fan.
So talk to me about the Mount thing. Do you think that's going to work?
It's a 50-50. If Ten Hag wants him, then we have to stick with it. That's it.
I can't lie
but
from your
like Liverpool, like your targets are like Thuram and who was the Kone? Yeah. So like there's no guarantee that the French midfielders would work. Like even Keita was balling in the Bundesliga, and League One is completely different. I say it's
there's no guarantee anyone works. McAllister himself could fail. I don't think we could.
No, McAllister's.
No, I hear, but I'm saying in terms of guarantee, there is just no guarantee. Like it's just, I look at the situation with this midfield, and you have to take risks. Listen, my brother, we're in a position where we employ Henderson. All these guys, they can't be worse than that, you know.
Why do we employ Harry Maguire, bro?
Listen, we employ Joe Gomez. We could go tit for tat right now. We could go tit for tat. The one thing we will end on positively, me and you, is I'll tell you thank you for waiting so long. And second of all,
always.
I'll tell you, me and you are brothers in arms tomorrow because we are both Forza Inter. Inshallah. Now, when you go pray for them. Inshallah, Inter score.
It's just past Fajr time, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just go pray and pray for Inter Milan, man. Inshallah, Eden Dzeko scores the winner, 1-0. All City fans crying. Ya Allah, I see every single City fan cry tomorrow. Inshallah. Tears of sadness, not happiness. I appreciate it, my brother. Thank you so much for coming on the channel, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. My guy, man. That started off, I thought he was a Liverpool fan. He ended up being a United fan, but I think we got to an agreement at the end. And speaking of non-Liverpool fans, man like Diallo has joined us all the way from La Liga in Spain, the infamous Real Madrid fan of the channel. Before we let Diallo speak, big up to Chombe, says, who's our marquee signing this year? Nobody in FSG, just F with us, USA style. Let me tell you, except Alex, the others will take time to sell first. Listen, that's why I said earlier on, I think we need to look at this summer as a package deal. It ain't about this 1 or 2 guys. It's about how they look as a 4 or 5. That's just the reality that we're in as Liverpool Football Club. We simply cannot afford to look at the summer and go like, oh, McAllister is good, so that's it. No, we need 3, 4, 5 players. That's just the truth. And here's the thing, brother Chombe. This is the position that we put ourselves in. So we deserve this. We deserve this, my guy. We deserve it. But thank you so much for the super chat, Chombe. Always supporting the channel. Diallo, man like Hala Madrid. Talk to me, bro.
Oh man, I knew you were gonna throw some shade. You know what? At the moment, I'm gonna choose to ignore what Madrid do until until we until we sort out our finances, and then we'll come back in. But you know what? I mean, they have to catch us up. We won. We're the champions, so they have to do whatever they need to do. And clearly they're doing a lot. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about that until we have young players that are good, and they need young players. They need to buy young players that are good. So we are operating at different levels at the moment because of the previous presidents. All the money that they wasted on on really terrible deals, that's kind of coming back to bite us. So you know what? We have to suck it up and hope that the young guys they keep the trajectory, because last season we showed that in La Liga, at least, that we are still a very good team. In Europe, I don't see anything next season, anything, I probably see Barca dropping back to the Europa League probably next season if they don't sign like really, really good, especially in the midfield. If we get Gundogan, he might help. But you know what? I actually didn't come here to talk about Barca because it's seeing what Madrid are doing is a little bit depressing to think about next season. So I'm just gonna let that slide aside. But I wanted to say before I start my point that actually I was worried about you because of your bet. I was worried that it might be a bit worse than what it is. I actually think it doesn't look that bad on you. It was a risky bet that ended up being okay, and I'm glad that you didn't include your beard because, in Islam, as you know, we are not allowed to
Yes.
shave the beard.
Thanks.
So I'm glad it was only the head. Your previous speaker, not the last one, Bruno, I think he was on, I know it's Friday night in the UK. He probably has had a few drinks. I don't know why he was throwing shades at Tottenham Hotspur and Arsenal for no reason, but you know what? Anyway,
Tottenham always gets praise. Always.
they do. They do. Anyway, what was the ground rules? I came in a little
You know
bit
what it
late.
is? Tottenham is just, you want me to be real? Tottenham is just the easiest club to banter. The easiest.
Yeah. He did his late Tottenham, and then he threw in Arsene Wenger Arsenal. I was like, okay, man, I think you've had a few drinks. But anyway, what was the ground rules? Can you remind me? I came in a little bit late. What was because
The ground rules is you've got 3-4 minutes.
Oh,
Let me know
shit.
your thoughts. Yeah, because I'm just doing it. It's like 3:30 a.m. I have to go pray Fajr as well soon. So I just want to
Oh.
kind of hear your thoughts on the McAllister transfer, Liverpool's transfer window in general. And yeah, just tell me your thoughts. You're actually a Barcelona fan, which is good because you're looking at it from the outside looking in, and you're not like, you don't hate Liverpool or anything. So, you look at it objectively. So talk to me. Tell me your honest
No,
opinion.
as a matter of fact, I enjoy watching Liverpool. I watch a lot of their games. That's why you see me in your live chats all the time.
True.
So yeah, okay. I would just to summarize on Liverpool. I think it only like a blind person would tell you that a McAllister signing is not a good signing. He's clearly a very good footballer. You can argue whether or not he is exactly what Liverpool need, and I hear your point. I think I might agree with you in terms of the profile. Liverpool definitely need players that are not McAllister to assist him in that midfield. Him alone or another player like him, like a Mount, for example, that would be a disaster, So I totally agree with you on that. But as a good footballer, you know what? We all love our club signing good footballers. Last season when people were arguing about Darwin Nunez, the argument was warranted because it was debatable whether or not he was worth that money. But you know what, Hussam? If you flip it, you can actually say Nunez cost 30 million or 35 million like McAllister, and McAllister is the 60, 70 million. You can actually flip it that way, and
That's
it
a
will
fair
make
point.
it would
Fair
make more
point.
sense, It would make more sense that way. But because it's the same, it's coming from the same bank account, according to the account books, it doesn't really matter how the money was spent if you have two good players who kind of it evens out, So I think he's a fantastic footballer, but he will need very, very good robust midfielders. And if you remember the heyday of Liverpool, like the Liverpool that everybody was scared about like 3 years ago. That peak Liverpool, that lockdown Liverpool, that Liverpool.
Don't do it. We were better before lockdown. Don't even try.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of Liverpool fans. I might catch some strays. What I'm trying to say is that peak Liverpool, what was the key features of that Liverpool? It was two things. It was the high defensive line with robust 1v1 defenders. We know the main one, Van Dijk, and they press the hell out of you, right? I think they had the lowest passes per defensive action. You know, there's this metrics that I look at the statistics all the time. There's this thing called PPDA, which is basically how many passes does your team allow before you press the hell out of the other team. So it passes per defensive action. And Liverpool, they average 6 the whole season when they were at their peak. That means the opposition can only make 6 passes and they get the ball out of you. That was their average for the whole season. And last year, I think they were like way, way, way down. I think it was something like 13 or 14 or something in that range. You know, and their high line as well, it dropped off. I mean, we talked about this. It dropped off. I think, again, they and City played the highest line at their peak. It was something around like 53 to 55, you know, meters or yards. I don't know, you know, depending on the measures that you were looking at. But Liverpool dropped to like 46 this season. That means that, I mean, at 46, again, counting from your goal line to the, you know, to like facing the other thing. So you are 46 away from like 53. That, you might think that that's only like 7-8 yards. That's significant, you know, for teams to play their style. So because of that, and I'm coming to my last point, McAllister does not help you restore that version of Liverpool. That pressing the hell out of you, Liverpool.
Do you think we're trying to restore that version, or do you think we're making a new version, in your own opinion?
Oh, man. You know what? It's possible
His
that...
thing, Diallo, because according to Klopp, he's going to do the inverted thing from the start next season. So you're looking at a Liverpool with 4 midfielders, essentially, not 3. In offensive situations, of course, that is.
You know what? The latter Liverpool this season, the last 10 games or 12 games, I don't remember how many games when Trent started sliding in, that I can see that Liverpool getting 90 points easily, you know. Again, I mean, when I say easily, getting 90 points in this league is not easy. So let me take that back. But I can see Liverpool catching up maybe 20 to 25 points from where they are now. But, you know, if they play this style again. But so maybe you're right. Maybe he might be playing a new style, a different style to that version of Liverpool. But for me, I grew up watching that Liverpool. That is the Liverpool that I'm scared of, you know. So but you're right, maybe. And actually, Trent and McAllister, those are like passing monsters. And that's why I like McAllister. He is a very good progressive passer. He breaks the line. He's very press resistant. He never see him lose the ball a lot. So he actually allows you to control the game from the central midfield very, very well. And if Trent is next to him, he's another excellent footballer with the ball at his feet. When you ask him to defend like pacey wingers, that's a different thing. But we know that that's not his primary attribute, you know. So maybe you're right. Maybe Klopp is trying something new. But for me, when I think of scary Liverpool, I think of those red shirts flying, you know, towards your face, and you don't even know where to go, you know. So that's possible. But one last thing I will leave you with, Hussam, and that is about an area that we talked about during the season last season, and that is Robertson. Do you think? And we don't need to
get me started, man.
No. I don't want to. Like I said, please. I'm just because nobody has.
You already know what I think. Don't do this dialogue, man. Please. Listen, it's been a very calm Colin show and stuff. You know, if I start speaking on Robertson, everyone in this comment section will tell me it's an agenda and blah.
Let's leave that aside. My point actually wasn't about him per se. It was about positions that I haven't heard anyone talk about in this live chat. I missed the last Colin show, so I don't know what you talked about in that show. But we are all focused on the Liverpool midfield, like renovating that midfield, restructuring that midfield and the back line. I assume Liverpool will sign a defender. I would be shocked if Liverpool goes into next season without signing a starting level centre-back. I would be shocked. You know, that's just me, because I think that is almost as important as another 2 midfielders or 1 main midfielder. So I think those 2 will be fixed. Midfield and defense will be fixed. Center defense. But the other position nobody's talking about is left back and a hire to Mo Salah. Not like a competitor, but like a young Don with a left foot cutting in. I think Liverpool need that, because you know what? The guy, we all love him. He's getting older. You know what? He may not be able to play 30, 35, 38 games next season. You need a young guy, and I don't know who that is. I'm just throwing it out there. It might be 20 million, 25 million, you know, someone that Klopp really identify as like, okay, this guy could maybe come in and play 10 league games and maybe score 6 goals and make 5 assists, something like that, you know, like a very basic stuff. I think those 2 things, nobody's talking about them, but I think they might be important going into next season. A left back that would push Robertson out of the team, and a right winger that will learn from Mo Salah and give him some time to breathe. Because The guy plays a lot of minutes, and no wonder why he's, towards the end of the season, you can see that in both the last 2 seasons, his numbers dropped off. Those are my points, man. I'm sorry I went way over time.
No problem.
But yeah, great show as always, and big up to Uncle Albert if he's still listening. I miss him.
Big up, Uncle Albert, man. Big up to you, Diallo. Everyone's liking your call-in as well in the comments, so we appreciate you, my brother. Great show. Great,
course, man.
having you on as well. Big up, my brother. I'm seeing in the comments. Love for coming on, bro. Love.
Yeah, love.
Big up. So next up, we're gonna have Minnows FC and then Steve. But listen, I'm so happy Diallo said that, bro. Like, I'm just so happy Diallo just said that, because when I say it, they tell me it's an agenda. Everyone who watches Liverpool knows it ain't no damn agenda. It's the truth with Robertson. And I'm so happy when, big up Cal from Kopish, when Callum came on from Kopish, he said, bro, like, it ain't no agenda. It ain't no none of that. The truth is, when it comes to Robertson, he's got away with murder this season. And that's just the unfortunate truth. That's just unfortunate reality. And I hope he improves. I hope he proves us all wrong and blah, blah, blah. But big up to Diallo. Let's see if Liverpool are trying to create a new Liverpool or go back to the old Liverpool. That's what we're going to find out. So joining us on the channel now, wait patiently. Minerals FC. How are you doing?
Yeah, man. Doing good, man. How you doing, Sam, man?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. So talk to me. What are you saying?
Listen, McAllister is very good signing for you guys, man. Like, I can't believe that Arsenal didn't get him, man. I wish we did, man. Because he does improve our midfield, and I'm still angry I haven't signed a midfielder yet, or even just signed anybody, to be honest. Instead, we're still going for rejects. Like, I personally wouldn't like Gundogan at Arsenal, because he might be the guy we get if we don't get Declan Rice, because he might be another City reject, you know what I mean? So that's why I wouldn't want him. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question as an Arsenal fan on a real level. Because I saw Arsenal fans kind of get annoyed that this. Troopz also asked me this. Are you annoyed that Liverpool signed McAllister and you still haven't signed Caicedo when it's the same club?
Yeah, man, I'm still pissed, man. You know what I mean? I call everything out, you know what I mean? That's why I have the minerals, you know what I mean? And certain man don't.
Okay. Big up, my brother. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. As always, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, my
Sam, you can call me by my real name. No worries, man.
I could call you by your Gavi. Okay, no problem. I'm calling you by your Gavi, Noah. Big up to you, man. Big up for coming on, man. Bye, guy. I appreciate you so much. Big up. And finally, last but not least, who else? And I've been avoiding the hell out of this guy. I've been avoiding the crap out of this guy because he's just gonna be shameless and annoying as hell because his club made the Champions League. He ain't even a United fan. Let me ask the comment section this before I even say who I'm going to bring on. Comment section. Who the hell do you think is coming on? He made it to the Champions League and we didn't. And it's not United. Who you think we're about to add to the stream right here as the final caller? Just guess. Take a wild guess. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe as you make the guess. Let me read the super chat while these guys make the guess. Chombi says, Hussam, this Inter is better than 05 LFC and City ain't better than 05 AC Milan. So Inter will win tomorrow. Inshallah, Inter win tomorrow. I want Inter to win tomorrow, my brother Chombe. It's Forza Inter all day, every day. I'm going to pray Inter win, my guy. The last thing I need is Manchester City to be lifting that Champions League. I just can't. I genuinely just can't. I just can't be seeing it. Chombe, thank you for the super chat. And of course, every single one of you guys are wrong. The guy joining me on this channel with his shades on, Newcastle supporter, who is going to be doing Tuesday, Wednesday night watch-alongs while I do Thursday night watch-alongs. America's finest. All jokes aside, my brother, none other than Steve. How you doing, bro? You're on mute. Hold that. You're on mute.
God damn it. I can't, bro. It is what it is. Being all baby, that's all I'm at. You know what I'm saying? We chilling, bro. We chilling. What's going on? Who's up, man? How you doing? Why did everyone think it was Hamza? Why did everyone think I was Hamza?
Because you know what it is? I said annoying. As soon as I said annoying, everyone just
damn.
They don't know I'm talking about temporarily annoying, like annoying for like a week. Hamza's annoying all the time. That's the difference.
Yeah,
That's the real
facts,
difference.
facts, facts.
So talk to me. McAllister Liverpool transfers from the outside looking in. What are you saying?
Well, I think you know what it adds, and I don't know if anyone else is saying this. It adds goals to your midfield, which is something that Klopp has never really consistently had outside of James Milner with penalties, really, right? I think that's important because if Salah doesn't, it takes a little bit of a drop off, you want a guy that can get you, I don't know, about 16 goals and assists, something like that, just a consistent performer. I think he fits your team like a glove. I think he brings the intensity. Technical ability. He works his socks off. Like just all around as a footballer, bro. I'm really impressed with the guy. And for me, he brings a lot to your team, and for the price, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely
35
ridiculous.
million.
Yeah, I mean that don't get you bro.
What does 35 million get you nowadays? Like,
if you're looking at the Premier League, that's the other thing too. You can pick up 35 M's and you can pick up some good players, but they ain't gonna be the Premier League, so nobody's gonna know about them unless they're the big hitters. 35 mil nowadays, though, you got for a Premier League player, like McAllister, won the World Cup. Obviously, was a huge part in that World Cup as well. I think the guy is he's sensational, and the fact that he adds goals to your midfield, that's another string to your bow, and that's what the best teams have. They have many strings to their bow. It's not just, let's talk Tottenham for 2 seconds because there's no point. Harry Kane's the only string to their bow, really, creatively and goals and just a bunch of other stuff. You want to have all rounded.
I'm listening. I'm gonna be sorry with you, bro. I messed up even bigging up Tottenham last summer. I'm gonna be so honest. Listen, Tottenham could sign. Listen, let me be real with you. Tottenham could be signed Messi tomorrow, and I still don't believe they're gonna do anything. I just give up on that entire institution.
Yeah,
honestly. You know how much bigging up of Spurs I did last summer on a reel. Like, do you know how much? You know how many times I said,
I remember.
Spurs won the transfer window. Spurs look dangerous. Bissouma, Richarlison, Conte, blah blah. And I'm just sat here like, you know what? Let them sign David Raya. Let them sign, whoever, Madison, or I'm just not even gonna give them any respect whatsoever. So let me tell you this: your club's now in the top 4.
Yeah, man.
Do you see Liverpool getting back to the top 4 next season as a minimum? When it comes to all the signings, it looks like we're gonna make.
You can pencil it in. Pencil it in for me. I think. I think you guys will probably go back to what you were doing. You just got to get that midfield addressed, and crucially for me, make a signing to challenge Robertson and better depth. Someone at center back that does not get hurt. All 4 of your senior center backs injury prone, inconsistent. They can be found out. It's the weaknesses of your center backs. Konate really aside, because I think Van Dijk has took a bit of a tumble. He's still good, but he definitely has taken a tumble since that injury. For me, you've got to shore that up. Because, look, a huge reason why Newcastle, just to take it away for 1 second, look, one reason why we got to a cup final, lost to the scumbags, and then we did so well in the Premier League was because we built from the back. New goalkeeper, Sven Botman, Dan Burn, Trippier. Boom. That was our lineup. That was our back 4 for 90% of the season, 98, whatever you want to call it. That was our back 4. You could count on them to keep clean sheets. You could count on them to defend well. And you could count on Nick Pope as well to make big saves. So you've got that in Alisson. Obviously, he's better than Pope. But in terms of at right back, both your center backs and left back, they got exploited a lot last year. They really, really did. And there was no one really to consistently challenge Trent for his position because Gomez was all right at right back for some time, but he's injury prone. So what's the point of counting? What's the point of counting on someone for depth and versatility and stuff if they're injured and then when they come back, they look even worse? Same with Matip. I think he's taken a huge tumble as well. In terms of how reliable he is in terms of performance and injuries. For me, man, like that's something you've got to definitely shore up because if Konate or Van Dijk gets injured, you're in trouble. Whereas in terms of if you look at someone, even at Newcastle, if Sven Botman goes down, that is big. That is big. Do not get me wrong. But at least we have Matt Target to come in. He can play left back. And if we get like a Tierney or something, boom, right there. Botman, Dan Burn won't be as good at center back as Sven Botman is, but he'll do a job.
I can't lie to you, on a real though. That's something you guys need to look at as well, because you can't be having Dan Burn and these guys play like in the Champions League as a center back. I think Dan Burn is a
unless it's like a final match day and we've already qualified with the group and we're playing Sheriff.
Oh, you're hopeful. You're in pot 4, right?
Yeah. I'm excited for the group, man. I'm excited. Look, bro, we're not expected to win the Champions League. Let's go out there and have some fun. And I think also for Newcastle, for me, a crucial thing that it's going way under the radar for me. I haven't seen enough people talk about it. Right back. Trippier played nearly every single game last season. It's virtually impossible physically for him to replicate that. It's virtually impossible. We're going to need to have someone better than Manquillo and Kraft to come in.
Don't expect Manquillo. That's royalty right there.
Yeah, I know. He played for you guys. And I also think he started at Atletico Madrid or something. But no, Manquillo for me, he's one player that
really carved out a nice career for himself,
Yeah, of course. But is he a Champions League caliber player? I don't know.
Let me give people a bit of trivia. Sometimes you get players in life that genuinely, on a real, just aren't that amazing. But somehow they just end up playing for like 3-4 great clubs. And you just sat there like, how? This guy played for Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, Newcastle. Fabio Borini played for Chelsea, Liverpool, AC Milan. Like,
Sunderland, unfortunately. Yeah.
How the hell? Like, but listen, I've maintained Newcastle deserve to finish above us. It ain't like I've got no hatred towards Newcastle either, so I just wish them the best of luck in their journey. But we will see what happens next season. And we say thank you to Steve for joining us as well at the end. My brother, last but not least, definitely my guy. Great ending to the show there. Big up Steve. Big up everyone in the comments. Make sure you guys are slapping the like. Make sure you guys are subscribing. And listen, this is it. Today, in many parts of the world, tomorrow in different parts of the world, it's doomsday. Champions League final. Inshallah, Forza Inter all the way through.
I think people are really, really, really underrating Inter. Like, I get it. They are not as good as Man City. I'm not saying that, but I mean, the first thing I saw was the bookie odds. It had them at like plus 750. So that would mean if you put $10 on, you'd win $70. Bro, that is Watford versus Man City in an FA Cup final.
Thank you. And here's the thing, right? I understand if it was AC Milan, I would get it. If it was AC Milan in that final, I'd go like, you know what? I understand. You guys are right. AC Milan are crap. Bro, listen, everyone in the comment section, spam Forza Inter. We're all with you. Inter Milan, inshallah, tomorrow get the job done. And I think so too. I hope, inshallah, tomorrow they end the season on a high for all of us. Anyway. Thank you to you guys. Make sure you guys follow me on my new Twitter as well at TheDonHussam6. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. We're literally approaching 14K subscribers, my lovely people. Thank you guys so much. And we will see you guys tomorrow, Habibis. See you guys later.
Away the lads.
Inshallah.